Hello everyone and welcome. If you don't already know me, my name is Maudlin. I'm a mad scientist of fashion. I love to splice and dice different aesthetics, eras, vibes, moods of fashion together. It's one of my favorite hobbies. I've been doing it for a little while now. My closet is my aesthetic laboratory and I just form hypotheses and test them out. My latest experiment has been combining Coquette with Weirdcore to create coquettamine. And when I synthesize one of these aesthetics for my own amusement only, I typically like to think about different cultural touchstones and sort of like books, poetry, movies, music that might go along with these aesthetics. A couple of weeks ago, I did a series about this very thing for my aesthetic Bim Bazaar, which is when you combine Bimbocore with Weirdcore. So I was going to do the same thing for coquettamine. I've already put out a reading list for coquettamine girlies / girly pops, but I think I need to answer some more questions about what coquettamine is and show you what it looks like. So what is coquettamine? To me, it is sort of like taking the demure and feminine and cute and sweet aspects of Coquette and then making them a little putrid, a little surreal, a little absurdist, a little wacky, a little wild. So naturally, books and movies and poetry and music of the same kind would go very well with this aesthetic, but I think I'm going to give you some visual demonstrations by showing you some looks that I've done in this style, starting from least to most recent. So this here was my first ever coquettamine look. Starting from top to bottom, I've got on an Edwardian little crocheted cap and I draped little pink baby rosaries all over them. If you don't know, a baby rosary is literally a rosary for a baby. It's like a tiny mini pink or baby blue rosary. So I have 3 baby rosaries that I adorned myself in on top of my little cap. Then on my eyes, I just have creepy high school computer science teacher glasses on. The makeup is soft and delicate, but just a little off. There are a little too many lashes going on my eyes. I do a very special technique that I call Franken lashes, where I just kind of mush different lash pieces together to create a unique silhouette, lash silhouette, if you will. So that's what I did on my eyes. My lips are just classic Isamaya gloss, you know, the one that usually comes in a penis shape, but I'm too broke to afford the penis one, so I just got the regular. My shirt is the star of the show. Now this is a shirt that I got from a friend of mine on Depop. Her handle is 888 Designs. It says, "I only fuck jazz musicians," and I censored the U with a little bow. Very coquette, very demure, very cutesy. If you know, you know. And the message, completely absurdist and nonsensical and silly, but also kind of true. My sweater is just, you know, like a Belle Epoque Amazon type dealio. I try not to buy clothes or things on Amazon as much anymore. This was just like an impulse purchase like years ago. But I put cute little buttons on them, each with a kind of like strange little phrase or picture. I will show you exactly which ones I used in just a moment. So I believe the first one is the Nancy Sinatra fan club member button, which is because Nancy Sinatra, I think, is patient zero for this aesthetic. She's a very cute, fun girl, but her songs are awash in acid, LSD, and mushrooms and psychedelia. She's wacky, she's wild. She is the blueprint. The next button is this Precious Moments button, this vintage Precious Moments button. Precious Moments, I think, is like the patron saint sort of situation for Coquette, but they are so strange and kitschy, and the backstory behind them is a little macabre. If you don't know, they are a brand designed by a grieving father who lost one or more of his children, and since then he's been obsessed with painting and creating these little sad-eyed, adorable children. It sounds like I'm being shady, and there is no shade to him. He is an artist, and the Precious Moments Chapel in Carthage, Missouri is an absolute delight. I mean, just a beautiful, sacred, holy space. All the love and respect to Sam Butcher. And the last pin on my sweater is the Shangri-La's Fan Club, also another cutesy, strange little band from the 60s. Love them. Upon closer inspection, the third button may be this I Heart Medieval Torture button. If you get it, you get it. My skirt is a little tulle skirt situation from Tunnel Vision, and my shoes are a pair of boxing shoes. I believe they're Jeffrey Campbell, but I luckily got them secondhand on eBay, and they are just a delightful time. I've never boxed in my life. I think I would be great at it, but I mostly just love the aesthetic of these like athletic shoes beneath this sort of dainty, delicate outfit. So that is the first look. This is the second look. I leaned into the cherry emoji sort of aspect of the Coquette world. From top to bottom, once again, I have my little stewardess, I have my little red stewardess pillbox hat affixed with pins, and I'll show you which pins in just a second. The first one says, I'm a good guy. The second one says, #1 man watcher. And the third says, to hell with the Beatles. Then on my eyes, I have these delightful little strange cat eye frames that I got on Depop. The makeup, once again, is minimal, delicate, a little spooky, a little scary, same kind of Frankenlashes situation on my eyes. I love my hair in this particular look because my ears sort of do this little chic peeking out thing in the straight bob. It's kind of giving Enid Coleslaw from Ghost World, which I think is a Coquette movie. Moving on down, I've got my lunar module bolo tie around my neck, as well as some red beads. And the t-shirt, once again, is the star of the show. It is a delightful tee from Bread and Water Print Company that says, somebody with unorthodox beliefs about the JFK assassination loves me, which is true. Just ask my dad. I've got a rosy little shrug. I've got lace fingerless gloves, these delightful white bloomers from Forest Inc., and some wacky striped tights just to give it the Wicked Witch of the West vibes. And I also have on my cloth red velvet Mary Janes, which also have a ton of pins on them. I can only guess what's on there, probably something along the lines of this one that says life is the true acid. You get the picture, just pins everywhere, strange messages, strange words, strange vibes all over this outfit. I love this one. I really, really popped off. And then this third outfit I'm not proud of. I did not like it. I really thought I was doing something when I put it on my body, and someone in the comment section on TikTok rightfully said, you know, this eats, but I don't think it's weirdcore, and they're right. I mean, really the only weird thing about this outfit is my hat. So I was really disappointed with this look and how it turned out, but let's just go through it anyway. The hat is, of course, a costume hat that says Milkman on it. That's really it. I do have a funny little mustache to sort of like, ooh, genderfuckery sort of thing. Lolita sort of wig thing going on. Weird science teacher glasses. And the top is addressed by Lala Top. The problem with it is that I thought that the bows being sort of all over it made it sort of unorthodox enough to read as weirdcore, as well as the bows being an obvious sort of Coquette vibe. But on, it just looks like, I mean, it just looks Coquette. And, you know, my little skirt is a little weird too. It's like hemmed weird. I mean, I just cut it up with scissors. It's just one of those dumb old Hot Topic skirts. And the Forest Inc. leggings with bows, I thought the like black bow thing would be fun. And then, of course, I have my little demonias, the only pair of demonias that I own, which I used some of the scraps from the jagged scissor hemming that I did to the skirt. I used some of those scraps in my shoelaces. I mean, like, it's cool. It's a little offbeat, it's a little strange, but it's not weirdcore. And I'm just like a little bummed about how this one turned out. The milkman hat is awesome though. I will definitely wear it again. Next up is this Coquette look that's like dark Coquette, but it is definitely weirdcore too. From top to bottom, once again, I have this vintage weird feathery hat that I got on eBay for $9. Those glasses that I'm wearing are my real actual everyday glasses. My makeup is a little dark. I shaved my eyebrows just for this, to give me my classic little pixie brows. My classic Frankenlashes situation, a little pouty black mouth. My earrings are little pearlescent guns, so I think that's very on brand. Then I've just got like a funny little chain necklace, a funny little choker. Once again, the t-shirt steals the show. This is a t-shirt from Teen Hearts. It says, "Feeling like a freak on a leash." And it's a little bunny with a little funny harness thing on. I love that. I do often feel like that bunny. Then I've got like this long, strange petticoat, probably for like a wedding or a quinceañera. I don't know. But I was happy to snap it up. Then I've got on my demonic little pointy Steve Madden booties. I love those. All in all, I do really like this look. I think it's really cute. I think it's a little dark Coquette, but definitely some weirdcore elements in there as well. Love that. This next one is amazing. I love this next one. I don't have it in front of me here, so I'm just going based off of memory. Forgive me if I get some details wrong. From top to bottom, I've got a beehive pigtail situation, big little Bordeaux bow in the front. The shirt, I believe, says dangerously undermedicated, but this time the skirt is the star of the show. This is the grub skirt from Beautiful Genius. I'm wearing some sort of strange little socks and these absolutely hideous pink and yellow walking shoes. They're very ergonomic, so again, I sort of like the sporty utilitarian ergonomic situation with a delicate, sweet little outfit, but the pink matched the outfit perfectly also, and along with the yellow, and so I did really like the juxtaposition of all of that. My next outfit was sort of conceptual, if you will. Same hair as the last look, and then I had on my shirt that says, "Please do not touch the artwork." People always ask me if I'm talking about my yabos when I'm wearing it, and I'm usually not. I genuinely just think it's a sort of like sweet, cheeky little funny thing to say on a t-shirt. But I have that shirt on because strapped to my legs are two little wall photographs of cherubs. Like, this was originally intended to be wall art, but I strung ribbons around them and tied them to my legs. The bloomers are from Forest Ink, and I just want to go on record as saying that buying matching wall art or just any kind of object that can be strapped to your legs and worn on your legs should be. It's a great accessory. It's a fantastic new accessory that needs to sweep the nation. This next look was an interesting little concoction. Top to bottom, I have my little Bordeaux pigtails in with a plastic bow from my Violet. I've got a Gyaru / 1960s eye look going on here. My earrings are funny little pills, just like little funny clay pills that someone sculpted and put on earrings. I just think they're delightful. My necklaces are this wonderful bleach perler bead candy necklace that I got on Depop for a steal, and wonderful weird little freshwater pearls that are probably fake, but they're so darling. And then I have on this peach little bed jacket shrug thing over the star of the show, which is the fashion brand company Amazon River Dolphin dress. I have a little lavender belt made of a scarf to kind of tie in the lavender. And then I have my Cape Robin strange little wedge chunk heel things. I love this look. I think it's darling. I think it's wonderfully Gyaru, Coquette, 1960s glam, Weirdcore, like it's got everything. And once again, the last outfit I also don't have in front of me, so I'm going based off of memory again. Same hairdo, different bow, and I have on a pink chiffon robe situation that I got for less than $15 on eBay. Love that. Underneath is a fabulous irregular polka dot TJ Maxx blouse, along with some Forest Ink bloomers. And the star of the show this time is a wacky custom sash that I got from a sash person on Etsy. It says God's Little Princess, and I think it just works so well for this aesthetic, just like a cheeky, bratty little nonsense sash that I've got. I can't remember what shoes I was wearing then, but I'm sure you can see in the video. So I hope very much that that gave you some idea of what coquettamine looks like, what the vibes are, what sort of person who wears this sort of thing looks like. And I hope you'll follow along and tune in for the media portion of this aesthetic, where I go into poetry, where I go into film, where I go into music, that this sort of aesthetic just kind of goes hand in hand with. I really hope you follow along for that. I have already done my little book list that I think goes really well with this. If you like this aesthetic and you want to try it, I would love to see that as well. Just tell me things in the comments. Always love that. And until next time, bye!